students find literature boring or frustrating. Have you noticed that? Isn't it surprising and a little sad? Actually, literature is so much more than just words on a page. It's about discovering stories, values, and perspectives that shape our understanding of the world. And yet, so many students miss out on all of it. Where is that? Hello everyone, my name is Chapha, an English teacher at Samngam School in the province. My mission as a teacher is to inspire and guide my students to see the world through the lens of language. But over the years, I faced a challenge that many of you may recognize: the struggle to make literature accessible and exciting.
Let me share you a bit about my school and students. Samngam is the secondary school that is located in a suburban town with over 500 students, coming from various areas in Samngam district. Some students live near the town center, while others come from isolated communities with small under-resourced schools. So you can imagine the difference in background knowledge among my students is huge. On one hand, I have students who are well prepared and confident in their English skills. On the other, I teach students who haven't had much experience with reading in English at all. They are sit in the same room, but their studying points are worlds apart. And because of this, many students find traditional literature difficult to understand. They struggle with text-heavy materials, lose interest, or have trouble with comprehension.
That's where my innovation comes in. I created a new teaching approach called GraphiLit, Illuminating literature through visual storytelling.
So, what is GraphiLit?
GraphiLit combines graphic novel and literature. The idea is simple. We take classic literature and turn it into graphic novel. This way, students can enjoy the story through both words and pictures. The approach is built on 4 key principles: appealing, accessible, enjoyable, and creative. Let me explain what each of these means in practice. Appealing. GraphiLit transforms traditional literature into graphic novel with colorful, engaging illustrations and simple dialogue. This visual storytelling makes the stories more attractive to students. They can see the characters' emotions, the setting come alive, and the action happen, so it grabs their attention right away.
Accessible. Many students struggle with long heavy text formats and difficult vocabulary. With GraphiLit, those barriers are removed. The graphic novel format simplifies the reading process by combining text with visuals. Students don't need to understand every single word because the images help them follow the story and context. Enjoyable. GraphiLit makes reading less stressful and way more fun. It brings in interactive activities like games, play, and creative projects based on the graphic novels. Students get to laugh, explore, and connect with the stories, making learning feel more like play than work.
Creative. This approach goes beyond just reading. It inspires students to create. They can draw their own comic panels, rewrite scenes, or come up with alternative endings. It sparks their imagination and critical thinking, helping them connect with the stories on a personal level while boosting their confidence.
Now, let's see how GraphiLit works in practice. Here is an overview of the GraphiLit teaching framework. It includes the preparation phase, classroom implementation, supportive assessment, and positive reinforcement. Preparation phase. The first step is select literature. Choose a piece of literature that can be used to teach about culture, equality, or social issues, while also fitting with the curriculum. Next, transform text. Let's turn the book into a comic. We keep the important conversations, story parts, and big ideas. We can also highlight tricky words by giving clues from the story. A cool tool to try is the AI Comic Factory. It can help us to make our own comics. Now, the most important part is visual emphasis. Use clear, engaging illustrations with expressive characters to help readers understand the story and learn the meaning of new words. For example, in my English reading and writing class, which consists of 30 students, I chose Lamb to the Slaughter by Roald Dahl.
A thrilling short story with a twist is perfect for Medium 5 students as it explores themes like human nature and deception. The original story can be challenging, but the graphic novel version makes it accessible and engaging. The original story is a bit too long for my students, but turning it into a graphic novel makes it more attractive and easier to follow.
Next, let's talk about classroom implementation. Here's an overview of possible activities, but we are focused on the examples plan I use in practice. The first stage is interactive warm-up. To activate prior knowledge, I start with a game like the board race. The teacher begins by asking a question. Imagine you are a detective investigating a mysterious crime scene. What kind of clues might you look for? Then, teams race to write their answers on the board. Let's move on to the next stage, rereading. This activity generates interest in the task to help students understand the content of the text through pictures. The teacher displays selected illustrated panels from the graphic novel adaptation of Lamb to the Slaughter and asks students, who are the characters? What is their relationship? Or what might the story be about? Then discuss their predictions in groups and share their thoughts with the whole class. After that, let them read for the gist. Now, this is meaningful guest activity that helps students process the content of a text while reading. After students have read the graphic novel for the first time, the teacher asks comprehension questions based on the story. The answers must be found in the text to check their understanding of the details. At the last stage of the teaching procedure, post-reading. To wrap things up and get students thinking critically, the teacher leads a class discussion on themes like morality, justice, and gender roles, tying them back to the story and the students' own perspectives. After that, students work in groups to come up with their own alternate ending for the story and turn it into a graphic novel. The teacher sparks their creativity with questions like, what if Mary had confessed? Or, what if the detectives figure out the truth? After each lesson, I provide regular feedback and assess students on their understanding, creativity, and participation. And finally, I celebrate student efforts by showcasing their work in class and offering fun awards like Best Visual Storyteller or Most Creative Panel to boost confidence and motivation.
Greetings, I'm Silvi Changlong. For my opinion, the graphic novel is great because it makes me understand easier because they have some features like novels. That's a fun fact for me because I like to read some novels, mangas, or some comic books.
In summary, GraphiLit makes literature come alive. It simplifies reading, fosters creativity, and helps students connect with the stories in a way that feels natural and fun. My goal is to transform classroom into a space where the students not only learn but also live to read. Keep inspiring minds.